all right.
What's all right?
What kind of chocolate?
Dubai style chocolate.
Dubai style.
What
Yeah,
makes it Dubai style besides coming from Dubai?
Milk
this
chocolate
is
with
this like
pistachio. No, it's just called Dubai style chocolate. It is pistachio paste filling and crunchy. Oh, I'm gonna butcher this. Kadafy, Kadayif. Gaddafi.
Kadayif?
I know Crumble Cookie was promoting like Dubai chocolate in their brownie recently, and apparently my daughter loves Crumble Cookie. She goes there like every week and gets Crumble Cookie stuff, and she was really disappointed that it was sold out.
It's a crazy overpriced bakery that does like weekly specials of cookies.
Yeah, we got one up here next to Target. Yeah. Actually, there might be another one up by North Crest. I could be wrong.
Yeah, I don't know.
Next to the Target.
Next to the place no one goes to anymore.
Well, that's kind of what happens when you roll back your DEI and,
Yeah, and become an idiot.
Anyway. Dumb choices.
Yeah.
That's for you guys.
But hi, y'all.
Hi.
How y'all doing?
That's that's I'll be honest. It's Linden chocolate, so it's like not the worst thing I've ever had. It was made in Germany, but it's Dubai style.
Joey looks like he's trying to see what Chuck is holding.
The Dubai chocolate. I'm gonna say 3.32 chocolatey bars out of 5.
Oh.
Okay.
How many spawn capes is that?
We don't do spawn capes with food, Chris. That would be silly.
Oh.
Now, however,
how many Michelin tires would you give it?
Probably 2. Okay. However, this is a Nutty Buddy oatmeal cream pie that's then dipped in fucking chocolate. This got me fucked up crazy style, boys. I was
about to say, that sounds like a diabetic shock in a bag.
Dude,
yeah.
Hello, and welcome to Chuck Shows Us Delicious Foods While We Can't Eat Them.
Yeah, this, no joke, is a third of this is like 130 calories.
Yes!
With no joke, I think it was like 16 grams of sugar for the third. So times that by 3.
Who eats just a third of a cream pie?
You
can't. Why?
Well, I don't know. It depends on if you get it all over her face or just in her mouth, I guess. But
I was waiting for. I knew he was going to do it. I'm sorry. If I bump set, he's going to spike. You know what I mean?
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
It is Ron.
Look, first off, Joey's the one that set that up. Okay, you just passed it to Joey, and Joey.
He did say bump set.
Yeah, I bumped. He said he spiked. Yeah. And Chris is just standing there, not sure.
I don't know that.
He's a tennis volleyball.
I know.
Volleyball.
I know. that was kind of never mind.
Anyway,
brothers, sisters, gender resistors. Welcome to another episode of the Comic Book Rundown presents Rundown Reviews. I, of course, am the man who's doing this introduction. I am Chuck, and I am joined once again by the CEO, editor, supreme ruler, and reptilian overlord, and more importantly, my best friend when it comes to Just Twisted Metal specifically and nothing else, Joey, because I'm contractually obligated to. I'm contractually obligated to show up. And also my other real best friend, who's mine and nobody else's, Chris is here with Ron. That must mean that we watched a Star Trek movie.
Mm-hmm.
We watched Star Trek Insurrection.
That is correct. From 1998.
Yeah.
Good old 98.
Yeah.
Wow, this was right before Picard lost the use of his legs.
It is. Yeah. So it took a couple years after Generations, yeah. After the rocks falling on him, just kind of.
It's a pinched nerve deal, I think.
Well, he went to this planet, and the rock, the nerves went back to actually feeling good, and then once he left, the nerves finally went away.
Okay,
choices were made.
Right one of the choices they made was, what the hell was up with the Sona faces? Like, what the serious shit was going on with that? Like, it looked like Leatherface had learned how to make a better mask.
That's what happens when you spend too much time outside and you keep on basting.
But it didn't even look like it was
really. Anyway, sorry. Yeah, no, that was a choice, and
there are a lot of choices in this.
Well,
in this movie.
When I first saw that, I thought that they were wearing masks. I did not realize that was actually their skin. I thought they were.
And I wanted them to actually take off that skin and just see what happened. That's right, what was the first time I saw it. I said, "Oh, we're gonna finally see what they look like." Oh man, they're just gonna keep stretching it out.
Yeah, because there were times when they were like stretching it over their head. They had the flaps up.
Now, what do they call that when they tie their skin? Is that like a skin bun or something like that?
Maybe.
No, it's called a facelift. Actually.
Okay.
It's like a real thing. It's like a real thing they were doing.
That's an extreme real thing they were doing with that real thing.
Yeah.
Well, listen, I don't know if you've ever been to California, but if you go to any Club Med related thing, their faces are so tightly pulled against their skulls. Yeah, that's what it looks like. And then
like the bug on Men in Black.
Yeah, pretty much.
No expression either.
I don't know if you know this.
This is D'Onofrio's character. Yeah.
But it works kind of like that very specific type of cloth that they would hang in gymnasiums during like high school proms that you would have to put up there, and it would slowly like stretch itself down more. So then they'd have to pull it up, and then like you had to get it up there like 3 days in advance. Otherwise, it would droop too low, and then it'd be a fire hazard. So they themselves are fire hazards if they don't pull their skin back.
Which makes sense because they were,
and only they can prevent forest fires.
Yes, that's true. Yeah, because they were having their faces stretched out like every couple of days or so. So like they had to keep doing it every couple of days, which I don't know, kind of sucked for them.
Yeah. Also,
but speaking of skin though, like this is Chris. This took place 2 years after the First Contact?
Yeah, something like that.
I think because Admiral Daughtry, whatever his name is.
Yeah, Vice Admiral Daughtry or whatever.
Yeah, he made mention of it being 24 months. That the Borg, and then he may mentioned a couple other, whom I'm assuming was people from like Deep Space Nine and
which made it interesting. Like you had Frakes back as directing. You had like two very popular writers from DS9. I'm still wondering what the heck happened.
I mean, so I
liked it. I didn't think the movie was terrible.
No, it wasn't terrible.
This. Yeah, I don't remember why. Like I remember watching it as a kid. I remember it not being great. It still isn't great, but I didn't have a terrible time with it. Like I wasn't expecting. I went into it expecting it to be a terrible movie, but it wasn't. Like it wasn't First Contact, but it also wasn't Star Trek the movie.
No, you're right.
Like, it wasn't First Contact, but it wasn't also anything that had the original Star Trek cast in it. So,
yeah,
I think there was just. I think especially in that third act where they just basically are trying to run away.
Yeah,
it's just like that just kept on getting. I think go back to Space Battle. At least that was more interesting.
Yeah. No, they made some choices that I don't know if it was Jonathan Frakes' choice or
so there was a really good choice and a really bad choice that were made in this movie. The really
I can already guess what your good choice is.
Yeah.
Let's hear it. What was my really good choice, Chris?
I would say something. Two people in a bathtub together.
Perfect, because that also brings in the really bad choice that was made, which was Jonathan Frakes shaving his face. After he grew in the beard, it just did not look right without like.
It didn't look terrible. Like,
but he didn't
look like Chuck when we saw that one picture on Instagram.
Oh, fuck you, bro! That's fucked up. I was 18.
12 years old in that picture.
I was I was 18 in that photo, and I was required to shave my face for school, so I did not have a choice.
That's fair.
Also, I was like 300 pounds. Fuck you and the horse you rode in on, you bastard. We're not friends anymore. You know what? Ron's number 2 now. Chris, you're still number 1. Never forget that. Okay, bud?
Well, I mean, Chuck's real best friend, so it's fine.
That's correct. Yeah.
But no, it was just because afterwards, like his smile seemed too big for the rest of his face. Like I feel like his mustache and his beard kind of hid that. But like afterwards, he was just like, and he seemed
that's what happened to the Vice Admiral Daughtry after his face got stretched.
Yeah. Also, his face got stretched so he died.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it was more his like everything got stretched, like his whole head got stretched.
But if that was what that machine did, then those guys would have died because it would have been attacking their skulls.
I think he purposely. He's doing something. I think what's his name purposely like amped up the process to kill him.
But also, speaking of that scene, which I mean, we're jumping around a lot because this is
that's what we do.
Yeah.
It's fun.
But there is no way that 300 and something year old toxicity levels are so high that he's going to die. His face is stretched out. Is going to even beating up an older dude like Daughtry. There's no way that he was going to win that fight so easily. No way. Like Daughtry didn't even put up a fight at all.
Yeah, but they're 300 some years old, but they haven't really aged. Like they're
they've aged a whole lot. They've used like the one lady was talking about how he had so much toxicity in his body that he wasn't going to live past another like month or a week or something like that. And
I missed that part. When did they say that?
When she was pulling blood out of him, had that.
That's right. That was that's right. Okay. I forgot about
and
that.
And not to mention, if the skin on their face is having to be stretched like that, that means the rest of their body's probably all nasty underneath the gloves and everything that they wear. There's no way that
their scrotum is for sure dragging. Like they
have to pull that thing up. Their
Yeah.
scrotum looks like when you take down that cloth that Chuck was talking about after prom and scoop it all together in one ball.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like.
Actually, what is on their face is their scrotum skin. Just they had to pull it that high
It's been
up.
pulled so far.
Yeah. They just
Which
pulled
one
it
they had to
over.
cut through eye holes and mouth holes and nose holes.
Uh-huh.
What was interesting is like, what was it? Well, the main actor for it, F. Abraham, I can't remember. Like he did it.
Ruofo or whatever.
No.
The actual actor. That would be F. Murray Abraham. Yeah.
Yes, F. Murray Abraham. He's actually a really good actor.
Yeah.
And very accomplished. In fact, I had totally forgotten until I saw the cast list. Oh, dang, that was him. Well, everyone's got a mortgage to pay.
Paycheck's a paycheck.
Yep.
Yeah. There was a couple of people in this where I was like, it feels half of them feel like they're collecting a paycheck, and the other half felt like they were just excited to hang out with their friends, and they were not gonna. Either way, nobody was taking this movie seriously.
Yeah. And especially when you start to the whole debate of the Prime Directive, like saying we do not interfere with other things. Oh, well, they're not indigenous to this world, so that's how we can.
That's the workaround.
That's the loophole in this one. Oh, but wait a minute. We can't really interfere because really it's a tribal thing. So yeah, you can't do that. It's like, okay, we're just finding a loophole. Do you just say that you're just gonna to make it better for yourself? Make up anything you want, like government. Yeah. You know, even the Federation and all its high and mighty utopian philosophy, we still got corruption. Imagine that after all these movies.
Mm-hmm. And that's why I like the Orville.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Nestle Crunch.
Well, that too.
So I do have to wonder though. So like, Kirk was never known to follow like Prime directives.
No, he was putting babies.
He just kind of did. Right, he was just doing whatever he wanted to, and then being like, "Well, I guess I'm going to get court-martialed. I'll go deal with it." Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
He was like, "My prime directive is to dip my wick in anything that'll, hold a flame."
To. Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah. So, but like Picard seems to be really hard.
Why did you
on
pronounce his name like that?
What do you mean?
Pecan.
No, Picard. That's his name, Captain Picard.
Picard.
I think it might be like a northeastern dialect. I don't know.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, how did you say it?
Picard.
Yeah, Picard. I'm not hearing a difference here, guys.
Okay, so imagine his name was spelled with an I instead of an EA.
Picard. I'm not hearing a difference here, guys. So Picard is like, I guess he's trying. This is what I like. He tries to at least follow the rules, but he will like skirt them accordingly, kind of. But he is like at least a little bit about it. He also at least does try to like have a long-term relationship with girls occasionally. Like he was kind enough and waited. You know what I mean? It wasn't almost until the end of this movie, and he was willing to commit a whole vacation with her,
which is almost a year.
That we never hear from ever happening ever again. It was just like, he probably forgot.
Also, what I love about Picard versus over Kyrk is that
son of a bitch.
Is that he wants to actually take his vacation, which is great. He's not getting burnt out, and
Don't buy it for a second. Don't buy it for a second. I don't buy it.
He's saying that now while he is here on a planet that is like making him younger.
Exactly. Like he's saying, I'm feeling good.
Was to come back, spend almost a year there to where he could get back into his, like
youthfulness,
20s, 30s, banger for as long as he can while he's there, and then be like, hey, I'll be back on my next shore leave.
Yeah, super fair. I mean, at least he's doing it the right way. That's the important thing.
That's what you're trying to get at. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Well, he's not Kirk.
Right, he's not Kyrk. I agree. Yeah. I think it's very.
How do you pronounce Kirk's first name?
Tobias.
Tobias Tuberculosis Kirk.
That's his middle name.
What's his first name?
How do you pronounce? James. How do you pronounce William Riker?
William Riker.
There it is. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not hearing a difference.
Yeah, you got it in one.
All right. What's the doctor's name?
Which one was the doctor?
Beverly Crusher.
Oh, Beverly Crusher.
Oh, Crusher. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just a northeastern United States thing. Like,
we say coffee, not coffee.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
it's tearing this country apart.
Did you dip down too far?
Fucking pecan over here, fucking guys.
So I brought up the 2-year difference because in those 2 years, why did Data go back to his android skin and not keep his human skin?
He didn't have human skin.
Yeah, it burned off. Remember, they left off with him.
Yeah, but did he not go back to it though? Like, did he
rip it off someone else's skin?
I mean,
that would be entertaining. I would see a movie based on that.
This would have been the movie where he could have taken somebody's skin and worn it.
That's what I'm saying.
There you go.
Hey, you aren't using that, are you?
That admiral ain't using it anymore.
Free skin.
But yeah, that was my first notice that I hated those guys' faces, and I didn't understand why they were. Anyways.
My first one was the very Truman Show, like when the crew of the two ships are watching the planet. It's like, okay.
Okay, wait. They built a station in the mountains
without their knowledge,
without anybody ever noticing.
Yeah,
and then more importantly,
no noise,
and nobody ever saw these people leave this station or anything like that. Despite the fact,
so their suits that they had,
made them invisible or whatever.
Yeah,
right. Okay, fine. Also, side part, didn't understand why Data was specifically there. I missed why he was there. All I knew is that he escaped or something.
I don't know why they actually had Data there either, because he
was Asgar. Chris, do you know?
I mean, they just said that the Admiral needed him just, I guess, probably for processing power. I don't know, for, going places that others couldn't. But I mean, if they're all hidden, what does it matter? I mean, he never he didn't attack them. He was attacked first. My question, I can't remember who they said attacked him. Was it just some random red shirt?
No, it was one of the stretchy
Sona?
face guys, the Sona,
Oh, okay.
because
he found the ship.
Yeah,
he found
he found the holodeck ship.
the holodeck. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, so then
Which
also
that was a pretty good little berry.
Hey, how do you pronounce Data?
Data.
Data. Okay, just making sure. As we bring up names, we need to ask Chuck.
Yeah. Data. Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, not hearing a difference.
How do you pronounce your name?
Tata.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh fuck. So then Data proceeds to get a phaser, a hand phaser,
His
and
hand
can
phaser, yeah.
and can bring down an entire hidden.
All he had to do was hit the nodes that were keeping it the screen up, the
But
invisibility.
he knew
screen.
where that was.
He's Data, of course he knows where that is.
He's a robot, yeah.
Like he probably had the schematics inside of his
Also, my boy don't miss. He didn't miss a single shot.
That's actually that's lore accurate. Like
Yeah.
Oh, that's like his whole thing is that he is like a crack shot because
he's a super
robot.
processing computer. Like, yeah.
I know, but
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like.
So imagine if you had something that you could automatically project the trajectory of an object to shoot it, or you knew exactly precisely where you had. He even talks about it. He's like, yeah, my legs have been 182 centimeters since I was made.
Oh, we'll get into pedophile data in a second here, because it gets a little weird and creepy when he's talking to this kid and wanting to hang out with him and stuff.
I think the kid also feels a little weird and creepy as well.
Well, I think the kid is also older than Data is. So
yeah, he is actually.
Kid's only 12 years old.
Oh, you're right, because it doesn't start taking effect. They said until
right,
the maturity or whatever.
Well, I meant because Data's only how many years old?
Carry the one. I think he's like
count for pi.
Yeah.
What? 12,
Math.
14, 16? I don't know.
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying though. Like Data,
867532909.
Nice.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I like how they keep borrowing Worf for these movies though to make sure that they have the whole cast still. Like the first one, he was on his own ship and they teleported him over. This one, they're like, "Oh, tell Deep Space Nine we're borrowing you for an extended trip." And
yeah,
I'm interested to see how it's going to be in the other ones. Was
he like a full-time cast member on Deep Space Nine?
By that point, yes.
Interesting. Okay. I enjoy the idea that he's a Klingon. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That Klingons apparently don't go through puberty until later in their life.
Yeah.
Is that what I was supposed to understand?
Yeah.
No, because everybody's regressing, right? Everybody's getting younger.
Okay, but that was happening
before they got there.
Before they got there.
No.
No.
Like when they got into the orbit.
Maybe.
Like once they got into the Briar Patch, that's when everything started happening.
I thought they pointed out the pimple before that.
And he slept in instead of being on the deck before he was supposed to be there. This was something he was going through prior to being at the planet.
I don't think it was.
How do you pronounce pimple?
Papel.
Okay.
How about Worf?
That's still Worf.
Yeah.
Fucking Wolf over here. I'm not hearing a difference, guys. I'm telling you.
Never gets old.
It never gets old. I don't know if you know this, Chris. I love a bit.
Yes, that's very true.
I know. That, you never know.
Did anybody else think that they overused the CGI in this?
Oh, CGI was terrible.
Well, it wasn't just about being bad, but like they used it for like animals and
whoa. Let's slow down on how terrible this looked after we just watched Spawn.
That's true. This does look like
about
a gem after that.
Gajillion times better. There was some stuff that wasn't great. I'll agree. The drones that
that
would
was
magically
awful.
that would magically. I thought they were literally vaporizing people. I didn't realize that they were teleporting people. I was like, wow, they're just capping people left and right here like it's nothing. I'm very confused what's happening.
Did you realize that they weren't killing them once they got Picard?
Yeah. Once I thought it was very strange. It didn't make a lot of sense to me.
Well, one of the reasons it was so bad is it wasn't Industrial Light and Magic. They were doing a little movie called Star Wars Episode 1, so they couldn't do their movie, so they had to contract out to 2 separate studios.
Yikes.
Thankfully, not the same studio that did Final Frontier, that cinematic gem that I chose not to appear to, that Joe still holds against me, but Chuck defends me to this day.
Look, Joey never said that you were a coward on
camera.
Yeah, everything Joey said was off air. Heinous things.
Look,
just
I
unbelievably
know how
terrible.
to edit.
I'm
the one editing this stuff. That's all I'm saying.
You ever seen that part of Deadpool 3 where Ryan Reynolds is talking about all the things that Chris Evans said?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Sounds about right.
But again, there's no camera to show what I said. So,
that's true.
I win. Anyway. But speaking of the drones, though, why didn't they use the drones the first go around?
Because the only reason why they had to use the drones was because they couldn't
plot device.
Yeah, because they couldn't teleport them in mass like they wanted to because of the blockers.
Well, yeah, but they had to but that's what I'm saying. Like they couldn't teleport them. They wanted to teleport them in mass, so they're trying to destroy the blockers, which forms gaps in the holes, but the gaps that they formed, instead of teleporting the blocks, they're teleporting randomly, which was also a little weird. That didn't make a lot of sense to me.
I'm not even sure what you just said. So
it seemed like they destroyed a blocker over here, but there's still a blocker over here, and yet somehow they got people over here.
So there's no overlap.
What
they didn't set up the blockers with any overlap, so that way if they took out one, they could take out all the people underneath that one.
I
know it doesn't make any sense, Joey.
But what I'm getting at is once they found out the blockers were there and they couldn't destroy all the blockers, why not send the droids out then immediately instead of sending them out later? Other than plot device.
Well, they said it would take them a while to get those ready.
Mm.
And maybe they thought they'd have a faster way prior to that.
Okay.
I don't know.
Look, I'm asking questions. I'll just ask questions.
You know what the real question is? Why did Picard keep that headpiece on for so long?
Because it was at a dance and
he doesn't have hair. This is a way for him to remember when he did have hair.
You know what I think it was? Is I think that old lady that handed it to him, that wasn't a real thing. They just wanted to see what they could get away with doing to this captain, like this famous captain of
She was 12 years old. Old? What are you talking about? She was 12.
What?
Everyone's young in this.
But anyways,
I didn't really understand why they even had to bring them in.
Just to show that they were doing. That's why they had the fancy suits on.
No, I know. It just seemed weird.
So this was part of they're bringing in new members in the Federation because of the Borg, because of all those other attacks on the Federation. They're losing. That's what they said, I thought.
Oh, I know. It's what they said, but then when they said it sounded ridiculous. Oh, okay, we're going to bring in someone who just discovered work capabilities because they're losing to people like the Dominion, the Borg, the Cardassians, Rumblings. Okay, what are they going to do right now against them?
I mean, look, they're trying to...
It's called pawns and chess.
You put them up front.
Yeah, somebody. That's what they said. I'm just saying.
No, you're right. But like I said, I laughed when they first said it.
Not great choices. It's just
no.
It's great.
So when they are making their escape, and they're going through those tunnels, and they're like, "Oh, do you guys sense that behind the wall over here?" And then they blast the wall out, and they blast a perfect doorway into that tunnel wall. When all three of them shoot it at the same time and just blast a hole in it or whatever.
Sure, makes sense.
Right? but it was okay to do that. But then afterwards, when everything came down on Picard and what was that lady's name? Doc Ock's wife.
Oh, that was Doc Ock's wife.
It was.
That's also
Mother Gothel.
Mother Gothel, yeah.
Yep.
Anij, Anij is her name. Anij.
Yeah, that person. But then they're like, "Oh no, we can't blast because it might cause a cave-in," and it's like,
well, but you have to remember at that point, the Sona had just been blasting the mountain, so everything has become unstable.
True.
That's why they had the cave-in.
Oh, I already covered that point too. Sorry, I haven't noticed this is the Admiral's a little bitch, and I forgot that I had already talked about that earlier.
Yeah, he kind of was.
I had to mark that off.
Yeah,
like he was just an absolute piece of shit. Like, I'm sorry, but with how Starfleet is supposed to be, the Federation, how did somebody like that get that high in the Admiralty without
as Emily liked to say when she was in the Army, if the wrong people, or if the wrong people don't dot their I's and cross their T's, they can move up the ranks very quickly. So there you go.
Well, as we kind of like learned, they like encourage people to not actually follow the rules, like prime directives and stuff. So
now, see, was that guidelines? Was that actually something that he was an actual order for him, or was he just saying that so that Picard would leave so he could continue getting what he wanted?
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it is part of their prime directive. So again, he was just finding a loophole within it.
That's what I'm saying, though. But he told, because like at one point in time, he's like, I'm actually on orders from the Federation.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, I mean, sure, you might have been for something, but like they definitely weren't telling you, oh, just wipe out these people. It's fine to do what these guys want to do.
Yeah, I mean, definitely plausible. We don't trust him anyways, so.
I mean, that's
never trust a man who pulls a scrotum up on his face, guys. I mean, come on, that's just 101. Never trust a scrotum, man. Am I right, Chris?
I mean, you said it, so I mean, it has to be true.
It's canon. It was on the show.
Canon, yeah.
Shit.
Listeners, let that be your lesson for the day. Never trust a man with a scrotum on his face.
Okay. Yep.
It's Chris. Chris brings it out of me. I feel like I have childlike
Chris
wonderment.
Chris brings the scrotum out onto your face.
Yeah,
oh, now I see why he's the real best friend.
Okay. That's right. Because real friends put their friend's scrotum on their face. All right? That's called friendship. Maybe you two should be putting each other's scrotums on your face a little bit more, huh? Maybe a little bit closer. You ever think about that?
We haven't. We've had weird parties.
I'm just saying more often. If you're not doing enough if Ron's questioning it. You know what I mean?
That's fair.
What the hell happened in this episode?
Okay, so I did not take a lot of notes because I
didn't. I
was actually watching the movie.
Wait a minute, people take notes in this thing?
We do. We've been taking notes since the first episode.
No.
Yeah. But that's just what we do. I mean,
I only one time took notes for an episode, and that was Star Wars Episode 3. And it got me nowhere, so I stopped doing it.
But when Picard is on the like collector thing with Ruafa or whatever his name was,
yeah,
scrotum number 1, and like they're fighting back and forth, and then he's like the one dude's like getting ready to shoot Picard, and Picard's like, oh, so you're gonna chance blowing up like the whatever is in the atmosphere, and the guy like puts his gun down. Picard's like, that's fine, I will blast him off the side. That was great, but it wasn't as good as right before the whole thing blows up, Picard just disappears. Like he should have just thrown up like before he walked, like before he got shot up there, just flipped him the bird, because that's basically what he did.
I really hope that that's the screenshot that gets used for YouTube. I know it won't be, but the screenshot of you throwing up the bird. It won't be. But
I particularly love it in that fight in the big fight sequence. It's nothing but blue behind them. So, oh wow, we just basically ran out of money, and so just said, yep. We're just gonna keep the blue screen and not do anything with it. We're not even gonna bother putting stars. Sorry, we ran out of money.
So bad. It's so something. Yeah. No.
They couldn't even gotten like a black sheet with like white paint splattered on it, like a high school theater department would do for a Starry Night.
Well, no, they spent it all on the CGI animals. That's the little CGI creature that one kid had to go back into the cave to go get.
No, they had to spend it all on the scrotums. So that was his real scrotum on his face.
I was assuming that like that little creature was going to be some kind of loophole where they could be like, oh, there's sentient life on this planet. Like, that's why we can't destroy it.
Now you're thinking like the Federation Council. I like that. See, you're getting it.
Well, and I just thought that was going to pay off more than just the reason why the kid needed to run back, and therefore, I don't know. It didn't really. I guess they were trying to build suspense. Was that the theory of all that?
Well, it was no. They could kill Picard and Homage, or
and just bring Kirk back for one last battle. Just bring him back.
But they make it through. It doesn't separate anybody.
It separates out Kirk and Picard and Homage,
Donna Murphy,
whatever her name was.
They did.
They got.
That's when the cave-in happens, and they have to dig them out.
Yeah, and then Data and Worf immediately just start lifting like nothing, throwing the fakest rocks.
Now we know that it's strong because like that's also been canon throughout like the entire series. And stuff. Now Worf, on the other hand, is only supposed to be just a little bit stronger than a regular human, I thought, and yet he's still picking up boulders that are like.
But he's younger. He's in a. Did he have like a rage, his uncontrollable rage at this moment? Because wasn't he like fighting the droids or whatever, or the drones? And he was talking about having the uncontrollable rage?
Yeah, probably. I mean, yeah.
I don't remember him turning like
his
green
balls dropped.
Well, but like he had the adrenaline, is what I'm saying.
Right,
yeah, I think Chuck's right. His balls were dropping, so he had.
His balls were dropping, so his testosterone was just fucking.
He was around a bunch of girls. He had to show off. Okay, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Had that beautiful long hair that grew overnight. I'm jealous.
Flowing,
right? Just like
he's using that Maybelline.
He's always had long hair though, because it's always been in a braid.
Yeah,
he just didn't have it in the braid.
Well, he had the braid over the shoulder, not over the back, like up or whatever.
Oh, I guess I never realized that.
Yeah. Well, you were never behind him. He was always behind you.
Oh,
that's true.
Yeah.
That's
anyway.
True. Ribs for my pleasure. Forehead.
Yeah. I don't really have anything else. Chuck, you wanted to talk about Data raping the boy or whatever?
Oh, he was just really creepy. Like, he was just creepy about it. It's like, okay. I know that Data is a robot, but you would think that Data also would be programmed to like know certain social cues, and just like hanging out with a kid is weird. But it was very autistic of him to not be aware of like his social cue, which then I just realized that Data is just like the representation of autism for the Federation, I guess. You know what I mean? Like they got to get one of everybody. And Data is like the autistic guy, I guess. Like, I don't know. It was just super weird. He was just like, he just took a real interest in the kid, and like he kind of ends up like grooming him to like make him be his friend.
Wow.
I've been watching a lot of weird documentaries.
I was about to say, what are you watching?
I've been watching a lot of documentaries lately about stuff, and it's just like, yeah, it's weird. It was just like a weird, and like in the lens of 2025. If I was that kid's dad, I'd be like, I don't really like how you interact with my child. It's kind of goofy. Maybe it's just me.
I
think it's just you.
I'm not entirely sure.
How would you feel if a robot was hitting on your kid, man? You know what I mean?
I don't think he was ever hitting on him.
Really? Yeah. Are we sure about that?
So, have you ever seen what's that movie with?
They were literally rolling in the hay together,
and the evidence
2 different
piling up.
haystacks. 2 different haystacks.
Well, that's how it ended. Also, I did like how this movie actually opens with like an Assassin's Creed tutorial video of like how to like hide in like haystacks and run around, and also I thought it was very strange.
That's where you're wrong, because it definitely wasn't an Assassin's Creed tutorial video, because all of their controls still worked and you weren't like randomly jumping off the side of a building and killing yourself. So
that one guy did when he was coming down the mountain. I don't know if you guys saw that. They cut away really fast, but there is definitely what looks like one of the stuntmen tripping and like fucking taking it down the mountain.
Oh, that's another one for the list.
Yeah,
I mean, I have another one on here.
There's a couple. There's a couple that I'm just like.
Was it the dude that Jordy had to put out with the fire extinguisher?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that dude got lit on fire for real. It was awesome.
Do we want to go into our Stuntman die segment?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So we have the crew member who was caught on fire.
Yep.
Add that to it. Obviously, apparently, the guy who tripped down the cliff
was awesome.
Right down there. Tripped down cliff. Where was the other one?
It was dude lit on fire. Dude who fell down the cliff. Maybe there was only 2. I feel like there was a third one. Maybe it was just the 2.
Okay. As of right now, that brings us to a total of 10 so far when we started this count.
Yeah, we started this like 6 movies ago.
Yeah, dude.
Like, we got more stuntman deaths than we do movies.
Almost. We're getting there.
It's getting crazy. I love this.
Love it.
Great segment.
Love it. Well, okay then. Well, you guys have anything else you want to mention? I mean,
I know who my not a Muppet is.
Oh, we're not there yet.
I know, but you said anything else to say? You didn't say on topic. I just
True.
wanted to say something.
True.
Let's just do this, Joey. What's our kill count?
Kill count was a 6. Not a lot of people died since Alderaan rule and all that. No lost limbs. Although, had they shown Geordi losing his eyes, I would have counted that as lost limbs. But they didn't. So that doesn't. Anyway,
that's fair.
Did they explain why they get rid of the visor? Was he just really?
He had gotten new contact. He had got some contacts that instead of the visor, because in Generations, the visor had gotten taken over, right?
They used it against him. Yeah.
Yeah. So he wanted to get rid of it so that something like that wouldn't happen again.
Yeah, he got different implants for First Contact. And I think it was just because it was an upgrade from what his visor was. But most likely it's because LeVar Burton got tired of wearing that fucking thing on his head.
Yeah, because he did it for 8 years? And then
something like that.
One movie. So I was like, yeah, I'm done.
And then after one movie, he got tired of the damn contacts too. And he's like, you know what? Give me my eyes back, motherfuckers.
Basically.
I did enjoy the very slow, crying Native American on the side of the road as he was watching the sunrise, or I guess sunrise or sunset.
Sunrise, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually did like that scene.
Yeah, that
was cute. That was nice. I felt a little emotion.
It was very it was almost reminded me of Roots. I know Roots in a way.
Because he was in Roots?
Exactly.
Is it because he's black, Joey?
Yep, because he's black. Yeah, that's
and
why.
Was in Roots.
And what? Anyway, Ron, what we got for bingo?
All right, so we have government interference, comic logic, hero kills, origin reveal, betrayal by a friend, rejection of destiny, villain monologue, unexplainable science, sexual innuendo, implied nudity, and fight for control of something.
Okay, 2 bingos. I like it.
Chuck, what's we got for the Spawn Cape?
Are we still calling it Spawn Cape since we finally hit Spawn?
Yeah, it's still the Spawn Cape continuum. Okay. We now have our control. We now understand.
The control has now been reached. We can continue to experiment.
The one of one has been officially crowned. Like a lot of the special effects looked of its time. Maybe when this came out, it looked cool. It looks kind of dated now. I thought like when Scrotum Boy #1 was in the holodeck and he finally realizes it's the holodeck and he like blasts it and it, like the way it dissipates and stuff looked kind of weird. They also run out of money with the special effects and that looks really bad too. And the drones looked not great, nowadays. I'm gonna say it's bad, not that bad. I'm gonna say 13 out of 112.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Somebody do the math on
Nah.
that. Nah.
Too much work.
Why would we? Out of a gajillion, they're pretty close, but not that close.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So,
all right, Chris. What's our not a Muppet?
Yeah, what you got?
Riker.
Okay. So
It's too hard not to.
My not a Muppet was the only Muppets are the Sona and the whatever the other Bakar or whatever the other people were. Like they're all Muppets. Baku, thank you. They're all Muppets, and that's how they should have known that they were the same people. But they didn't find out until the end,
All right, I follow you.
Because I also thought it would have been really funny for them to stretch the like fabric faces. I don't know. But I thought it'd be really
creepy.
I'd like the Sona to be Muppets, but they still had the human skin stretched across
I think I've seen a Leatherface Muppet once, and it looks wicked.
I'm sure. I saw a real human dressed like a Muppet one time. That was also weird.
Okay.
It was on a dating app, Chris.
Completely off subject. But I have a little cage downstairs, like somebody gave me. It was like a decorative piece or whatever, and it had like a little lantern.
I'm really glad you explained that. I was like, wow, we're about to learn a lot about Ron right now. All right, cool.
I have a little piece.
It was underneath one of the tables down in my my art room, and something had fallen and like bent the door. And the way it had bent the door, it looked like something had tried to get out of the door. And I'm like, oh, that's what I should do. So I went through and I broke the door up a little bit so I could bend the bars out on the door so it looked like something was trying to come through. And then Jessica's been having groundhog problems, and she recently shot one, and she's going to give me the skin for it. So I'm going to make a Labubu out of this. That's what they're called, right? The little dolls. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to make a Labubu. I'm going to do I'm going to make a face out of clay, and then like make the furry body part. You? Well, no.
Anyway.
Sorry. And then I'm going to put fake blood and stuff like coming off it, and I'm going to put it inside the cage, like trying to get out. It's going to be fun.
Okay. The whole weekend right there.
See, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'll probably do it over like the course of like 3 weeks, like 45 minutes at a time, but that's what the leather face on a Muppet made me think of.
Nice. Alrighty. Well, that brings us to our scores. So, Chris, starting with you.
Whoa. Chuck's real best friend, Chris. What's your score out of 10?
Whatever.
That is correct. Yes, real best friend. Yep.
I'm gonna go with 4.32.
Okay.
It was a Star Trek movie. Basically, it was a really, really long episode. A lot of walking, running. Seemed very Lord of the Rings-esque. They went into a mountain.
Yeah, twice.
They had things that look like Gollum in the movie.
And they call it a mine. A mine.
I did think the set design was kind of neat.
Yeah.
Like they did a good job of like the village and stuff. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
I hope they left it there. They didn't clean it up or anything.
Yeah, it's in The Hobbit,
Yeah.
Chuck?
All right. Look, is this a Star Trek movie? Yeah, kind of. I guess so.
Maybe.
It's more of a Star Trek movie than anything else. Here's the thing about this movie that I've been holding in. I liked this movie a lot more than I was expecting. I liked this movie so
I can't
far
wait
more.
till he sees the next one then.
I liked this movie more than I liked anything else we've watched so far for Star Trek. And here's why.
Interesting.
I was apparently in the mood for a movie where everyone's got a bunch of bits. And everybody had bits in this movie. Picard just picking on Worf the whole time. Data just being Data. I remember I'm learning more and more that because I've also, the only thing that didn't help this score was that I also have been watching Alien Earth, which is actually how I like to consume sci-fi. So like I like that version of sci-fi better than whatever this is, right? But the idea, I really am starting to like the idea of androids or like synthetics who don't understand humans and are always ever trying to learn how humans operate. And the idea that they have all of the knowledge more than any human could ever have, but they don't understand humans because they don't have like feeling or like feeling or passion or like a moral compass in the sense of like doing the right thing that would necessarily be bad for somebody else instead of just doing the thing that makes the most sense, right? Like robots are always designed to do whatever they're programmed to do. Like, let's do the thing that may be right, but is like this versus like Picard, who is going to do the right thing based on like emotion and things like that. And I'm finding more and more that I find that just a really interesting character for a lot of things that I'm consuming in that way. So yeah, like Data is like a really interesting character to me a lot of the time. He tends to be the standout in the things that I've liked about Star Trek so far.
Okay.
That being said, Picard is a better Kirk. Data is a better Spock. Like I don't even mind Riker. Riker's fine. I don't really know what his role is anymore in this. I guess just second captain or whatever.
That's always kind of been his role.
Yeah,
and
I know.
His role specifically in this was to get Deanna Troi naked, and he succeeded.
I mean, that was part of his deal to shave off his beard. He had to.
I mean, he did. He did pull a Danny and Sandra D move by shaving his face, so he could guarantee that he could get her naked. Which, hey, if that works, good on him.
I tipped my hat to him.
I mean, good work. Joey, that was a Grease reference.
Yeah, no, I got you.
Okay,
it took me a second.
Joey's Italian. He understands Grease.
That's true.
Yeah, where?
Huh?
Never
what?
Mind. Just go ahead.
No, like a greasy Italian, Joey.
Yeah, Joey, tell me more. Like, does he have a car? Anyway, listen,
we still wait on Chuck's score.
Yes!
Chris, I don't know if you knew this, but up until the year 2000, all I listened to was the Grease soundtrack. So from 88 to 2000, that's all I listened to. I was obsessed with
I mean, Frankie Valli, yeah, I get you.
Yeah, it's great. It's the best. It's my favorite. I love it.
It's a good soundtrack.
Grease is the word.
It's Bee Gees.
And now he's at work, and all he hears is grease. So sizzling, splattering. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to an extent. So I really like this. I guess I was in the mood for a movie that had funny little bits. I'm gonna give this a 4.99. It's still a Star Trek movie, and I inherently find it kind of boring, but it got me through my workout because I watched the majority of it on the treadmill.
All right,
that's fair.
And I laughed.
That works.
Yeah,
Ron.
So I mean, I didn't like this as much as I liked First Contact. It didn't have the nostalgia for me because this is the first time I've ever seen this. But it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be based on what I had heard from other people about it. It wasn't that bad. Like I was entertained the whole way through it. I mean, it started off a little slow and kind of boring, but it wasn't a terrible movie. The characters were still who they are, like throughout the series. So it wasn't like they made big, diversions from the characters for this. But there was still development. Like Worf going through puberty. Congratulations, bud. Finally your balls dropped, like Chuck said.
Happy for him.
Yeah. But I mean, I would probably watch this again, not anytime soon, but I would probably put this on again just to like maybe just watch it in the background or something while I'm doing something else. I'm gonna give it a 5.63.
Okay.
Joey?
Yeah, this is one where, like I said, I've seen it before. I did not remember it at all. Well, what I remembered was Riker not having a beard anymore. I remembered him and him going into the Deanna Troy's quarters and like their little flirting session, and that's really it. Like that's really the only things I remember from this movie. I don't know why. That's all I remembered from this movie from when I watched it.
Well, that's easy. That's because that's how he got her naked. That's why you remember it.
Well, yeah, but I didn't remember the part in the tub though.
Oh,
so like, why did I remember that one part and him not having a beard, but no other part of the movie? Whatever. But like, so I would have seen this maybe in '99 when my dad rented it on VHS. Maybe in 2000.
Probably was a Blu-ray or a DVD by then.
No, because we were at my old house, which we were still living it. We didn't have a DVD player then, or did we? Whatever. I'm getting in the weeds here. Yeah. So it was a long time ago. I know I haven't seen it since then. So it was definitely, it's been almost 20 years. It wasn't a bad movie. I was entertained. It's not, like I said earlier, it's not a great movie, but it wasn't a terrible movie. The hell? Sorry.
Divide by 4, not 3.
No, that's not what I was saying. What the hell for? It was something else popped up. But I don't think I'm ever gonna watch it again anytime soon. Like I don't do Star Trek rewatches like I do Star Wars. But I mean, it's not a terrible movie.
When we do have the time, you know?
He rewatches Star Wars every year, dude. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but he's probably doing it for a podcast, knowing him. When's he gonna do another Star Trek podcast? You know?
That's fair.
You know, Chris.
Wait, why is it a Geek Ultimate Alliance?
When would he realistically ever do a Star Trek podcast?
Tuesday.
You know?
Tuesday he'll do one. Tuesday.
Ooh.
Just a random Tuesday.
All right.
Anyway.
For him, it was a Tuesday.
So I give this one a 4.82. It's not, it's a fun movie. And I wouldn't mind putting it on again, but it's not one I would be like gunning to put on. Like, but I wouldn't mind if it's on. I wouldn't like turn it off. Like I'd sit down with people to watch it if they wanted to watch it, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So with our combined score, that gives us a 4.94, which out of 165 movies drops it in at number 100.
Nice.
Just behind Superman Doomsday from 2007 at a 4.97, and just above Teen Titans Trouble in Tokyo with a 4.93.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
seems like where I would put it.
So yeah, there we go.
I didn't really like Doomsday all that much.
Yeah,
that's fair.
It was fine.
Did I watch Tokyo?
I thought you did.
I'm pretty sure you did, yeah.
Yeah, I think
that was the one with like the ink monster thing.
Oh yeah. All right, so like it's in a good company of movies that were forgettable that I don't remember watching. Yeah, that makes sense. Chris, are the comic books for Star Trek any better?
Depends who's writing them.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
That's my honest answer.
That's super fair. There was there were a couple of comics that were suggested to me from like things that I purchased, and for some reason one of them was a Star Trek one that had the badge, but there was like blood splattered across it. I don't remember what it was called, but it had high ratings. But I figure if it's Star Trek nerds are going to rate it high regardless.
Yeah, all depends.
That seems pretty accurate, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
But Chris, where can they find you, bud?
You can find me on all the socials at Chris Balga. You can find me on what Chuck has deemed the only network that matters because it's got me in it at that point. So therefore, by definition, Joe is awesome too. On
association, yes.
But Chuck, by expo facto, you're also awesome because you're also on there.
Yes.
Oh, I definitely bring it down a couple of pegs for sure. Yeah.
But you can catch me every Thursday night on Marvel Alliance and the Geekverse Podcast YouTube channel. It's at 9:10 Eastern Standard Time, and just search for it on any of your podcatchers of choice by searching for Marvel Alliance. As always, it's a pleasure, gentlemen.
Always love to have you on here, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
Chuck.
Oh, me? Hey, you know where you can find me? Not only can you find me over on the Geek Ultimate Alliance by reviewing Twisted Metal with Joe, which, hey, at the time that this comes out, the season will be over, and I either thought it was the greatest thing that had ever been made, or I got so unbelievably angry with how stupid the ending was that I will burn the network to the ground. Okay,
please let it be the second one. Please let it be the second one. Please.
But you can check that out. Joey and I are doing Twisted Metal reviews, and then eventually, like a parasite, I will cling to everybody's intestinal tracks on there and just start guest starring on other shows. Who knows? You never know what might happen. But more importantly, at the end, the last Sunday of every month, you can find me and Joey doing a little show on this feed, the Comic Rundown feed, called Getting Franchise, the latest and greatest in comic book, and the latest and greatest in movie franchises, where we are reviewing the last bit of the Horror Corner Season 1, where we're doing nothing but horror movies. At time of release, House on Haunted Hill would have just dropped.
This one will be... House on Haunted Hill will be dropping this month.
Will be dropping this month, and I love that for us. One of Joey's personal favorites, and then one of my personal favorites. But are they the same? Who knows? Because we reviewed two movies. Of course, the 1952 with Vincent Price. See, I remembered it this time. And the 1999 one with
1959, not 52. Sorry.
Oh, son of a bitch. And then the 1999 one, which was with a bunch of people that I couldn't fucking tell. I think Phoenix was in it.
Yes,
that's about it. Yep.
Jeffrey Rush, Phoenix. Yep.
But it is a classic 90s movie. So it is fantastic. Outside of that, you can find me on the internet, all my hobby related things at Kicked Out of the Hobby, No Ian Kick. Ronald, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Good at This Game. You can find my art on Instagram at Good Art This Game, and you can also find it on our shirts on TeePublic. And you can find me right here where this fantastic podcast is sold. Joey?
You guys can find the show on all of the socials at Comic Book Rundown. You can find the show also on YouTube at Comic Book Rundown. You can email us, comicbookrundown@gmail.com. Merch or at TeePublic. We've got Rundown. Getting Franchise last Sunday of the month. Comic Book Rundown is back on the last Saturday starting this month. I'm going to be talking about a combination of Booster Gold and Superman. So next week, actually. So that should be fun. Hopefully I'll actually have it done by then. We'll see. I'm a little behind. And then rate and review us. And if you do, we'll read it on an upcoming episode. And then our song was done by Cam. So
Cam!
Our next movie, maybe up in the air, kind of. Technically, our next one is supposed to be Black Scorpion 2. Now, that being said,
It was nice working with you, Chuck.
Yeah. So, peace out, everybody.
You're at a 1.1
Black Strikian is coming back, baby. Hell yeah.
Here's the thing. That being said, looking up where it's at, I can't seem to find it outside of some Russian website. So we may have to
don't click on that.
I haven't yet. It's not on YouTube. Maybe. But we'll see. So if we can't find it, we'll move on to the next one. So just come back next week, and it's either going to be Black Scorpion 2 or something else.
What's the something else, Joey? What's the something else?
They'll be surprised. I'll tell you guys off mic.
Oh, okay. No. Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah. But yeah, so thank you all for listening, and we will catch you next time.
Wait, Chris. I was listening to your review of the Spider-Man spoilers.
Yeah.
You guys forgot like one really important character that Spider-Man's probably going to battle in the next one.
The fans?
No, Scooby-Doo.
Oh.